everybody, my name is Luke Marr and this is Hot Lamode, and today on Hot Lamode we are coming to you with a reaction to none other than Kim Kardashian and her challenge for the big old online retailer Net-a-Porter revolving around her shapewear and loungewear brand Skims. But before we get any further into the video, I just want to say a huge shout out to today's sponsor, who is ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a virtual private network service that keeps your data safe and allows you access to tap into content from all over the world. Firstly, the fact that ExpressVPN keeps your personal and professional information safe and private by preventing others from being able to see what sites you visit is magnificent. ExpressVPN ensures that 100% of your data being transferred between your devices and the internet is safe. Now, to find out how you can get 3 free months of ExpressVPN, click the link in the description box below at expressvpn.com/hotlamode. Secondly, ExpressVPN has made researching video topics and content so much easier for me. And it also doesn't hurt that I can watch my own favorite shows and movies at my leisure. Now, while I was traveling during Fashion Month, I was really dying to watch Harry Potter. Listen, it's my comfort series. But of course, it's not available across the pond except with ExpressVPN, which allows me to connect through the United States so I could go on HBO Max and then I could just watch Harry Potter multiple times. Now, if content isn't available in the United States, I can always check if it's available in other parts of the world. And if it's not available in other parts of the world, I can check if it's available in the United States. So make sure you're protected and unlocking some great content with ExpressVPN by clicking on my link down below. So thank you to ExpressVPN, and let's get on with this Say Yes to the Dress video. In reality, I was, chortling through the internet as one does, and I found this video that essentially was called the Skims Fashion Challenge with Kim Kardashian West for Net-a-Porter. Net-a-Porter, again, as I said, is probably one of the biggest online luxury fashion e-tailers. It's essentially her sort of like promoting Skims as seeing how Skims was then launched on Net-a-Porter at a certain point. I've touched upon my thoughts on Skims on the Fashion Victims podcast, which I do with none other than Darnell Jamal Lisby. When I thought about it, to me, it almost was a sort of nouveau take on the idea of corsetry. Kim isn't really about compressing the body in a sort of artificial manner. I'm not saying corsets are doing that either, because I know the corset stands in the comments are going to be on it, but to me, it was almost this nouveau way of bringing around ability to sculpt the body in a way that was different than just the body without said sculpting garment. I want to see what Kim has to say and style in her little Skims style challenge. I also should note that Skims was launched in 2019, and Kim has said that she launched it because she wanted to not compress, again, a woman's body, or a person's body, I should say. It's not restricted to one gender, I would presume, but she wanted to make sure that the body was actually shaped in a manner that fit her needs, which she found for years of wearing shapewear that it wasn't always supportive and or fitting in the way that she needed it to. So she wanted to develop something along those lines. She said that she couldn't find certain shapewear styles in her shade. That's a different conversation. I also do think it's interesting that she talks about having dyed her own shapewear because she couldn't find things that fit her shade. I do find it interesting. It does seem like she has experience with shapewear, whether it's her own brand and or a sort of constant wearer of the style and the garments.
Hi, it's Kim Kardashian West, and I'm here with Net-a-Porter doing the fashion challenge. I'm gonna pick 3 looks from our Skims collection, and I'm gonna see how I can mix them up and wear them for different occasions.
Okay, so I just wanna know if this is only gonna be like Skims pieces worn out and about, because my thing is I've looked at the Skims website and there's obviously things you can wear. They have like boucle sets which are kind of loungy, and so like if you're going to the grocery store, like that makes sense, I could see it. And they have like bathrobes, and then a lot of it is sort of shapewear or bustiers or sort of like waist trainers or bras or bodysuits, but a lot of the time like you can't just wear a bodysuit out and about. Although you can, I'm just saying a lot of the times I don't think everybody would opt to wear just a bodysuit. So I'm wondering if this is going to incorporate actual clothing, whether it's from Kim's closet or Net-a-Porter's many different roster of designers that they carry, but I'm kind of hoping it's not just Skims.
You're planning on a relaxed day with the kids when you get a bunch of calls from your siblings. They've had serious schedule mix-ups and are wondering if you can babysit for them. Oh, and they'll be at your house in 5 minutes. Create an outfit that works for looking after the whole brood, but doesn't scrimp on style.
Listen, I watched that Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip where she says about the business. Roll it!
Maybe if you had a business that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't. So don't even act like you know what I'm talking about.
You know, so Kim being on it, it does seem like it sort of tracks.
Okay, so even though this Skims bodysuit is a basic, it's so comfortable. I can wear it for the kids, running around, I can do anything.
Okay, so maybe people do just wear the bodysuits, but like I would presume they put a pant on like this. I guess this has to be kind of comfortable and or not comfortable, but like it needs to be sort of movable. You need to be able to wrangle however many kids are in the Kardashian grouping now.
I do want to be a little bit more comfortable than leather pants. So I think I'm gonna go with something from our cotton collection. It comes in a few colors, but I think I'm safest in our darkest color because you never know what's gonna happen with kids.
Valid point. Valid point. Also, I'm very interested in her cotton collection. I guess she probably has to get into like fabrication, things like that, in a way that is not just like spandex or breathable, stretchable fabrics. You have to sort of develop something that actually is a little bit sustainable because it seems very sort of on market, I'll say, to be somewhat utilizing ethical fabrics and or sort of fabrics that seem ethical. Greenwashing. Big thing.
I want to wear cotton. I want to be comfortable, so I'm going to try this on.
Cotton's good for catching sweat.
Okay, so I am wearing...
Wow. I'm just so intrigued in how that fits like that. That's the more you know. I also wonder, I guess maybe like, do the Skims pieces sort of fit in a way that is specifically like tailored to a Kardashian-esque body where it's a very sort of hourglass shape? Are there Skim styles for people that are not hourglass shapes, you know, all different sizes, etc., that I think would be very, very interesting to know.
Our Skims cotton collection, our leggings that are high-waisted, which are my favorite style, and then a little black tank top. It's really thinly ribbed, so it's really flattering. I still want to look good when I'm running around.
For her pleasure, for his pleasure, for their pleasure, whoever. I love a rib. I like barbecue ribs. I like ribs on latex. I like ribs on my knits. I like ribs. What can I say? This is too much information. I have to stop.
Comfort is the #1 priority here, and I am definitely achieving that with my Skims cotton collection. Wake up on your birthday and your best friends inform you that they've got a full day of surprises planned.
I also like the color.
Right now,
I like those earthy
style a
tones
look that will work a full day of surprises planned.
Kanye, though.
Starting right now, no clues allowed. Style a look that will work for whatever is on the agenda. You can't go wrong with the sculpting short. That's what I wear all the time.
I have read that Kim has said that many a time, that the sculpting short is sort of something that she goes to time and time and time again.
Pretty much every single day, it's my go-to. So I'll pick my color, which is sienna. This really goes with everything and anything. So if I had to pick one piece, shapewear, solution wear is what I need.
Shapewear.
Okay, so I picked just a cotton jersey black dress.
Okay. She's wearing a heel with an asymmetrical sort of cotton jersey black dress. And the thing is, jersey is quite sheer. It's a real sort of moment of, usually if, you know, it's a nice little jersey, you can see through it a bit. And so in that regard, I guess having like a sculpting short, and then I would presume she's wearing maybe like a bandeau, because obviously you don't want to wear like a bra with straps, because if you're wearing something asymmetrical, you're going to see the strap and like, you know, I mean, to some people it's a look, you know, but at the same time, a bandeau style might have been easier. And I do believe that Skims carries bandeaus. This is not an ad. I'm just saying I did some research. I do think it's interesting though. It's sort of, I guess, necessary to straighten out and give a little bit more of a defined shape. You know, if it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, if you're not able to see maybe like underwear lines or whatever, for some people that might be what they want to have. They might not want everybody to see their underwear lines. And so, I mean, if it worked, I get it.
because I can wear it day or night, no matter what the festivities are. But the key to looking snatched in a really simple dress like this is shapewear. This is a cotton dress, so it is more sheer, but because the shapewear is a darker color, you don't see it through.
Okay.
I feel really good. I feel like I'm ready to take on whatever my sisters have planned.
Also, before we're done with this look, I just want to say I did, again, go on the Skims website and I did see a actual one-legged jumpsuit and or like a one-legged sort of sculpty short or one-legged sort of like bodysuit style. And at first I was like, on God's green earth, why is this a thing? And then I thought about it. Kim probably wears a lot of sort of high slit dresses. And so if one side of the dress is high slit, you can either reverse or unreverse the short so that it has shapewear on one leg and then no shapewear so you can't see the shapewear when the slit happens. So I actually thought that was very smart. I have to say, credit where credit is due. I think her and Kanye, they're not two little fashion bumpkins. I do think they genuinely know what they're doing. I do think that Kim got a little bit of that from Kanye. Just saying, a little bit, not giving all the credit, but a little bit. But for the most part, they're not just doing whatever just because. They do seem like genuinely smart business people and they must have some sort of good design teams behind them. Listen, I'm not saying that it's revolutionary, but Kim must have a good sort of design team behind her to make sure that these things are being thought about, and credit where credit is due. Seems like it's a pretty good business model.
You have an early start for a shoot in the morning and an important business meeting in the afternoon. What can you wear that will ensure you look on point and feel comfortable?
Okay.
So
That's a
for
toughie.
my everyday business attire that I think is still cute to wear out is definitely a suit. You can never go wrong in a suit, but if you want to feel a little bit sexy underneath and comfortable, I will put it with one of our bodysuits. I can button it up and look super
There's also
businessy,
turtleneck
or I
ones,
can
which I
open
kinda
it
like.
if it's a little bit more casual in the day. I'm gonna go try it on.
Let's see. Oh.
Okay, so this is my daytime to business look.
I haven't really been judging looks because I think at this point we realize that it's not really about like turning a look. It's more about showcasing the Skims aspect, which I do think is kind of interesting. But when I look at this, I'm just sort of like, oh, Kim's whole brand to me is about this contour, whether it's like on the face, whether it's on the body. I'm not saying she originated the contour aspects of either of those experiences, but I do think that she understands what she does and her aesthetic very, very well, and utilizing those sorts of things to fit into, you know, her aesthetic like shapewear. She's smart. She knows what she's doing.
This look, if I'm going to law school or doing anything that's super professional, I always love to wear a suit. If I need to be a little bit more conservative, I can always button. I love our sculpting bodysuit. It's a part of our Skims shapewear line, and I love to wear it under all my suits to be super comfortable, but also have that really like secure feeling that I love.
Okay. The more you know.
Thank you so much for joining that session
thanks,
with
Kim,
me.
for
I
having
hope you're
me.
inspired to go to Net-a-Porter to check out the entire Skims
Plug
collection.
it. Kardashian, no. But to finish off strong, I genuinely am sort of interested by Skims. I do think that the whole concept of shapewear, which Kim didn't invent, but has definitely sort of utilized in her business acumen. Seems like she knows what she's doing. I do have to say that obviously this is like a plug for Skims to, you know, be bought on Net-a-Porter. And I mean, when you compare the sort of price range of a normal Net-a-Porter piece versus Skims, Skims is sort of on the more accessible side. On top of that, it seems that Kim is very good at showcasing that these pieces are not just things you wear solely under things. The bodysuit in that first look where she's wearing the leather pants, it's a shirt. It is a bodysuit, but it's also a shirt. And I know a lot of bodysuits are also shirts, but she is utilizing it as a sort of multifaceted piece and showcasing that she will wear it as a multifaceted piece. You can see it in the sort of bodysuit that she wears under the suit. You can see that these sort of sculpting shorts can be worn under dresses. And if you have a sculpting short in your color, you can wear it in just about any sort of dress that's not lighter than your sculpting short. So listen, I'm not saying that it's revolutionary by any means, but I do think that it's interesting to see this other aspect of the apparel industry that works in tandem with the luxury fashion industry that we sort of look at a lot here on Haute La Mode. I'd like to understand, you know, the fabrics, the sort of fabrications, the techniques, the sort of utilization of cut and pattern, etc. to create these pieces, I do think it'd be very, very interesting. And so, I mean, listen, Kim, you wanna give me a tour of Skims? I'll take it. With that said, I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Skims. Is it this sort of nouveau corsetry? Is shapewear totally different? Is Kim not as revolutionary as she might seem in the shapewear world? So again, I wanna say a huge shout out to today's sponsor, who is ExpressVPN. Click the link in the description box below. I will see you guys in the next video, and TTYL.